We'll start with the game in the open between Sahan and Lily Flower. Both of these players have been here before. Looks like they've never played. Let's see, what opening was this? Okay, yeah, it's Queen's Gambit. Bishop F. Oops. Bishop F4 is a little unusual. On C6 is a little unusual also. So generally in D4, D5 openings, both players want to keep the C pawn unblocked so that they can go C6 or C5 at some point and fight for the center. So White's doing sort of like a London, but with C4. Okay, so not super challenging, but definitely good. Yeah, and I gotta think, I definitely like White's position, more space for their pieces. I mean, you can just tell by the pawns, White has more space. But Black has no weaknesses. So yeah, B4, trying to gain even more space. Makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I think it's going to be a little tricky for Black to know how to extract themselves from the situation. So we'll keep this game up. So as always, encourage everyone to go slow. All that time will not help you if you have a losing position. Yeah, a lot of D4 today. Ooh, got a wide open king. Ooh, yeah. Well, yeah, Bishop B4. Okay, kind of understand, but oh man, like, yeah, White's actually up here, and they didn't even have to sacrifice to open the king. All right, so White's just going for like position. Thought White might try to go for the attack, but this is pretty simple as well. White's just up a pawn. Um, their, this pawn is weak, so definitely I think White's gonna win. Oh yeah. Yeah, you know who loved this structure as White? Mikhail Botvinnik. He was world champion, back in I guess 50s and 60s, and he used to love this structure where he where he would trade a C pawn uh, for the E pawn, and White would try to work on the open C file. Also have the minority attack, 2 pawns against 3. Yeah, definitely. White has the much more comfortable position. It's funny when you get up to like grandmaster level. It's like the advantages come down to things so small, like even this exchange. Well, okay, let's go exactly to where it was. So here, C pawn for the E pawn. It's like that was like somebody's specialty. I think if any of y'all watched the Queen's Gambit show, at one point, the main character is reading a book called like Pawn Structure Analysis, which isn't like a real title and not really a real thing, but this is kind of what it was, like analyzing how the pawn structure changes and what the plans are in that situation. Okay. This is yeah, it's an open section. Yeah, Black's hanging in there. I mean, White has better development. Also, this pawn is weak. But overall, pretty good game. Let's go back to that Sahan game. Yeah, so White's trying to like chip away at the pawn center. Hmm. Oh, and look, the reason I react like this is just because white is playing really fast. I mean, knight take. Okay, how did this all happen? So black took a piece. Immediately, white takes a piece, which already is kind of risky. So white could have just taken back, but they decided to take here first. So black realizes, oh, I can actually save this piece and take another piece with check. And the thing is, white could have actually taken with the knight and still been protecting their other knight. And material would have still been even. So white got fortunate there. But yeah, now black's just up a piece. So yeah, I mean, I'm just going to keep ranting on this until until people listen. It's like you have to take your time. Like I would always take my time on every single move, no matter how automatic. I mean, it's just something you do. All right. We also we're organized by ratings today. So we also have under 1100. Okay, see some familiar faces here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of players do our classes. It's good to see that. All right, some people are already calling themselves grandmasters. All right. Yeah, it's a pretty complicated game. Yeah, Queen A5 definitely looks aggressive, looks strong. Yeah, I think C6 is pretty much the only move. Looks like white's up a pawn as well, so white has the better chances. I don't know. You really have to have a good reason for making moves like this. I mean, I think I get what black's trying to go for, but it's just really slow. I mean, why not just, well, probably king b8 would have been the most prudent thing, but why not just, bring the rook to the middle? I mean, you have a target here. So, yeah, I think that would have been a little stronger. But this section is going to be really competitive, a lot of strong players. Oops. Finally, we got under 600. These players, they really just need to just play more games before they really get the hang of things. Oh, yes. Does white know how to checkmate with king and rook? That's Lena Lee. All right. It's like doing a pretty good job. Okay. There's a couple different methods. It's a little tricky if you don't know what you're doing, but it's definitely possible. You can checkmate with king and queen, king and rook, king and two bishops, king, knight, and bishop. You just can't checkmate with king and two knights. You can't force it, even though it technically is possible. As long as the person's king remains in the center, you can't force it. And you cannot checkmate with king and knight or king and bishop, no matter how bad the other person is. So yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but doing a pretty good job. It'll work. Yeah, this is the way where you just kind of wait till the kings are lined up and then give a check. All right, that was good. That was good. Real quick, I'll show you guys what I think is a little bit easier. Because like you saw, there were some times where like, you know, white's trying to line the kings up and the rook gets chased around. It's just now the rook has to wait. It's just a little, I don't know, not very pretty, I guess. I think the way I like to do it is the box method, where you put the rook one square diagonal from the king, and then you cut the king off on the rank and on the file. And you basically keep doing that till the king is really confined, just to like a small area. Like, look how much faster this is. And then you bring your king. So this is a position where you want to keep the rook where it is, never give check until the checkmate. Just bring the king. And here you do have to kind of just wait a move for the king to go to the corner. And then you have checkmate. But hey, if you're more comfortable doing it Lena Lee's way, that's cool too, just as long as you know how to do it. So good job. Oh, oops, that's what we were looking at. All right, so it looks like in the remaining games, there's like either material advantage. Oh, I didn't see this. Yeah, I mean, white's just up a piece, so the material should decide the games. Okay. Blocks up a pawn. Oh, material is getting lower and lower. So we'll see how white plays this. Do they try to keep trading? Do they try to keep some pieces on? We'll talk more about it, once we see the direction the game is going. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah. Well, I will say this though, before you trade into just kings and pawns, you really want to consider the consequences carefully, because once you trade into a king and pawn ending, everything becomes really forced. Like, you can't really create counterplay or mix things up if it's just down to your kings and pawns. So just weigh that decision carefully. Seen a few games where players get to king and pawn ending and it's totally lost for them. So you just have to make sure you've calculated what's going to happen in this endgame. Do I have chances to draw here if you're trying to draw, or chances to win if you're trying to win? Okay, good to see white taking their time. Players tend to to rush, especially in the end game. Like, they feel like the game is almost over, so I can just play fast. But usually the opposite's true. The game actually becomes a lot different than the opening and the middle game. So you actually have to spend more time. And just like you always do in every position, you shouldn't just think of one move and just kind of stick with it. You should have 3 or 4 moves in mind before you start analyzing each one. So yeah, bishop b3, that would definitely be one of my candidates as well, for sure. Another moves white may have been thinking about were, well, maybe moving the king, maybe going f3, maybe moving the rook. So there are a lot of like things white can do. And you just can't calculate that in, 10 seconds. All right, now white decides, should I trade? So you guys can try to guess what you would do. We'll talk about it, see what the players decide to do. Okay. Let's see. So just based on the ratings, looks like, well, not even ratings, like the lead chess ratings, white's the stronger player. All right, so they decide not to trade. Yeah, I mean, here you got to make a decision, right? Now that the rook is defended, the bishop's threatening to just take. So, yeah, honestly, I think it's a really tough decision. There's a sort of a stereotype of like rook endings are very drawish. So initially, it may have seemed like trading would be the best way to go to just make it down to rooks and pawns. But once you trade, I don't know, the black rook becomes nice and active. So I don't know. I don't know what the right call was there. Um, I guess I would have traded there. I think that was maybe white's best chance. But actually, white might be still trying to win here because they are the stronger player. So that could get pretty interesting. All right, let's see. Well, now white has to decide, do I trade rooks? So try to, guess what you would do, and then we'll talk about it. All right, we'll give white a minute to make the move. If not, we'll just come back. Just want to see what white decides. All right, so are you going to trade? Nope. Okay. Yeah, no, I think this is the right call. Try to keep the rooks on the board and make some not only counterplay because you're down a pawn, but if you want to try to win, this is the best way to do it. All right, so we'll come back to that one. This is okay, still under 1100. Oh yeah, let's go to this game. Oh, white picked up the C pawn. Yeah, maybe black's trying to be a little too defensive here. All right, we might have another rook and pawn ending here if black decides to trade. Black decides not to trade. Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. I just don't know if how long that can last. They might be forced to. Oh, well, here's another opportunity. Yeah, definitely encourage Kid Fire to slow down. Honestly, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is when your opponent's getting low on time, you then try to like blitz them out and play really fast. But that's putting yourself at the same disadvantage that they're at. And you might make a mistake. Yeah, this is what I was looking at. And I mean, black's guaranteed to pick up the pawn. Now, is it good? I don't know. Because then white does get their rook ending and white's still up a pawn. But I feel a lot better about black's chances in this position than I did a few moves ago. All right, we'll see if anyone listens to me about going slow. I don't know. So it looks like this is kind of the game to watch. Let's do a quick sweep of the other section, see if there's any other close games. Yeah, this game's gonna be good too. All right. Oh, what happened? Oh yeah, Lily. Okay. Yeah, actually got a couple really good games going. Ooh, I don't know. So much to see. Yeah, I like White's position, like having the two bishops against the bishop and knight. This could be a weak pawn. I don't know though. Still a lot of work ahead. This game also equality. It's like White's the stronger player, so they're going to be pressing for the win. But it looks like the game everybody's watching right now is this one. So this is a game in under 1100 between Kid Fire and Aditya 1006. So I don't think we missed too much. All right. It's still going to be a tough road ahead for Black, but I think Black has nice drawing chances. All right, it's good to see White take a little more time than they have in the past. Yeah, you don't want to just mess this up. So what's the strategy here? Well, I think one of the things White wants to go slow, not just in terms of taking their time, but I think literally with their moves on the board. Like, there's no need to rush. I mean, Black has to kind of wait passively to see what your plan is going to be. So if you take your time here, like in terms of moves, maybe move the rooks around a bit, maybe move the king around a bit, Black might get frustrated and lash out. But if you just come at Black right away, I think it takes a little bit of the pressure off. Because then they're like, okay, I'll just respond to what you're doing, in my opinion. And Black is just going to have to be patient. You don't want to make any other weaknesses. I mean, your only weakness is you're down a pawn. Yeah, no, see, that could be the game right there. Okay, want to be really careful, guys, about moving your pawns. Those make weaknesses. I mean, I think even this move would be pretty attractive, protected pass pawn. But taking might even be stronger. Now you have two weak pawns to work with. Yep. And that's okay. Black will learn from this. But yeah, no, I think F5 is a big mistake. Still chances to draw, but you've made it hard for yourself. All right, let's go to this was our game. Also in under 1100. So Black, who's actually the lower rated player, is actually up a pawn. They might try to push for the win here. But White may also try to push for a win because they're higher rated. So this will be a good one too. And finally, this is a game from the open. Equal position. White's probably going to really push for the win because they're higher rated. Yeah, I definitely like White a little better. But I think things could change pretty quickly because Black's pieces could, if they can find some counterplay and get active, things could definitely change. So let's go to this game. This seems to be the fastest moving game. So what happened there? Yeah, and just like that, I really don't see, yeah, if there's much defense. Hmm. Yeah, it hurts losing that H pawn. All right, see if black can come up with a miracle save. Hmm. Now I understand things are tough for black. Thought maybe here, trying to get that pawn, or maybe here, check, and then coming back was a good idea. So actually, I mean, black's holding the pawns in check right now. So we'll see. Oh wow, I hear a lot of pieces being exchanged. All right, got some action over here. All right, so this game, it is a theoretical draw, but it's hard to draw. Even grandmasters have tough time drawing the 4-on-3 pawns. If it was only like if these pawns were exchanged and it was 3-on-2, that's so much easier to draw. The more pawns there are, the harder it actually is. Sort of interesting. I remember once playing somebody, and well, I don't exactly remember what happened. I think we might have still gotten a draw, or maybe I even won, where she went for this like crazy complicated thing in an end game. And I was like, why didn't you just like trade and get to this kind of ending where it's pretty simple. I mean, maybe you can't win, but you can't lose. And she was like, well, it's a draw. It's like, well, just because it's a draw doesn't mean it's easy. You can still play it out. I mean, especially at our level. And like I said, even at the grandmaster level, sometimes they have a hard time drawing this. So this happened. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I think maybe black resigned maybe a couple moves too early. Because if this, there's this. So then you have this, but then you have the skewer. I think, yeah, this is winning for white, but I don't know. Still, I don't know. Maybe still worth it. Play it out. Definitely encourage players to play out the positions, no matter how hopeless they are. We had a crazy game a few months ago where someone got this miracle stalemate. So, you never know. Anyway, looks like white's cruising here. Yeah, the opposite color bishops are killers because nobody can stop this bishop. Now this game is also even 6-6. All right, this will be fun too. Ooh, black's getting a little low on time. What's going on here? Yeah, this is good. Oh wait, no. Trying to remember the structure. Yeah, so I think if you're the defending side with the less pawns, you want your pawn on h4, and if you're the better side, you want the pawn on like g5 to I guess attack these squares. So, oh my goodness. Uh, yeah, players just need to be careful about moving these pawns. Because even here, black could have still moved the king and gone g5. Because now things become blocked up, trades are more likely to occur, and that's just going to benefit the side with less pawns. Okay, so side with more pawns wants a pawn on g5. Think, I guess, g, aggressive, I don't know. And the defending side wants the pawn on h4 to try to facilitate trades. Actually, I think black has pretty good chances to win because there's also the time situation. What's happening? It's also a time situation here. What they do? Oh, trade some pawns. All right. Man, I don't know which one to watch. Yeah, like I'm sensing things. I mean, it's tough. These end games are really, really tough. Yeah, I think white just dropped a pawn. Okay, so black should win. All right, nice upset by black. If it is an upset, good. Maybe black is the stronger player. I don't know. Just going by Lichess ratings. Now this game is kind of a struggle. You know, I'm gonna take white, but that's only due to the time. I actually think black's position is kind of nice. This pawn restricts two of white's pawns. The e pawn is weak, so it's kind of like 4 on 3 pawns essentially. But I don't really know what black's gonna do. I think it's just gonna be tricky, and they probably would want more time to think about this. So this is in the open section. It's our strongest players. And see what happens. All right, white, or what's it called? Yeah, black trades the bishop. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, definitely makes sense. And black's gonna try to get those pawns going. Get a pass pawn. Black's rook's working a little bit better together right now. Actually, who's twins? And a bishop g6. Good move. All right. Surprised more people aren't watching this game. I guess there's less people in the open, but if you want a fun game to watch, if you're waiting, I'd watch this one. Oh, probably reserve just started. That's why nobody's watching. Oh no, because there's still that game. I don't know. These guys are in their second game. Yeah. Oh, nice. Ooh, Arthur. Arthur's a good chance. Arthur's very strong. Definitely expect him to move up to the next section shortly. Yeah, Ben too. I think if Ben slows down, he could probably raise his rating like 500 points. Really good player, but plays really fast. Cool. So who else is in this section? Okay, cool. So yeah. I feel like Andrew's another player. If he slows down, he would be like double his rating. And he had a hard pair in the first game, but so Andrew's white. But yeah, I'm just looking like, only used less than 2 minutes, want to give yourself the best chances to win. Oh yeah, like white was actually winning here. I think you just have to go here to try to protect your king. All right. Wait, what? What? Wait, was this the same game? Oh, no, what is happening? Oh, it's a different game. Oh, I thought white was much better, but actually, this is looking kind of drawish in this Jack Lopenstein game. All right, let's. Oh, how did they get the work? Oh no! Oh man. Yeah, no, tough game, but I think Bob the Great played really, really well. And this person's playing well, the male person, because like white's up 2 pawns, but with opposite color bishops, you can't really do anything about black's bishop, so he can just stop the pawns. Yeah, I think this is a draw. Let's see, crazier things have happened though. Never take anything for granted, especially with the low time. You know, can't really blame black if they make a blunder because of the time situation. Though I don't know if how black would blunder here. We'll see. You do have the 5-second increment, so you don't have to rush. So we'll see. Okay, but already, guys, in the first round, seeing some mistakes being made because people are moving too quickly. You know, that is the one vice it's just hard to break. And sometimes even when a player does start moving slow, everything seems good, and then a few tournaments later, they're back at it again. It's just the kind of thing you got to keep working on. You know, it takes time, and you got to just be vigilant about it. You know, just tell yourself, I'm going to go slow. I'm not going to just play the first move I see, no matter how good it looks. One thing I've tried with my students is I give them mate in 2 studies. So those are like really bizarre positions where it's not even that hard. It's just like the positions are just really odd. And so then they're forced to slow down because they can't rely on the usual patterns that they see. You know, bring up an example for you guys. Let's see. Got you. Okay. Hold up. So just gonna bring up a puzzle for you guys. Won't make y'all solve it. Just want to show you what I'm talking about. Where is it? It may not. Hold on. It's under mates. Ah, okay. Yeah, so like this is an example of a study, white to move, mate in 2. And they just, I don't know, I think it forces them to consider different moves and to play slowly. Worth a shot. You can find studies anywhere. You can just Google it, or Lichess also has, well, Lichess, I'm not talking about the feature studies. I'm just talking about if you go to studies, those are just different lessons people have put in, and you Google mate in 2 studies on here, then you'll probably find some. All right, yeah, black. Oh, looks like black offered a draw. Not surprised. White wants to win. But no, I think it's a draw. Let's see how this occurred. Because, yeah, I thought white was just cruising. Oh, yeah, yeah. No. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't as good as I thought. But, yeah, trading rooks makes this very easy to draw. So white's big mistake was trade. Well, not big mistake, but trading rooks made this a lot easier to draw for black. So I think white should go back, see if they had anything better. I don't know, just looked like their position was really nice. I don't know. All right, I'm going to call this a draw. See what else is happening. Okay. Wait, what? No, wasn't black winning? Oh. Oh, no. Oh, that hurts. Dang. And Blacks played a great game. Just one wrong move. Oh, actually, now at least you're forcing white to mate with a king and a rook. Oh, we've had someone do it today. What? Someone says, okay. Oh. Oh, yeah, I see everyone being like black women. Some people giving interesting percentages. Tough game. I think black should have played it out. See, like I know Alana likes to tell the story about she has a really good student who's 1300 like real rating, so higher than everyone here, and he didn't know how to checkmate with a king and a rook. So you never know. All right. What? And black has, I guess, a rook for the queen. It's probably not enough. All right, looks like Detective Pikachu is going to win his game. So that'll put him at 2-0. Very good, very good. See, yeah. It's interesting. Arthur has rook and knight for the queen. And the king is not in an ideal spot. I don't know. Might be hoping for some tricks. It could happen. Could happen. Probably he'd like his king to have a little more cover. But, oh, Lena Lee's played pretty well today. Saw the checkmate with a king and a rook. Now this game. Man, y'all all playing d4s today. Interesting. Yeah, I think everybody at some point should always play e4, e5 as white and black, just to get acquainted with those kind of positions called the open systems. You know, learn the fried liver attack, all that stuff. Oh, well, I mean, see, just like that. White gets the rook at least. Now, still tricky. Due to that really bad king on h3. This is under 600, okay. Oh, I don't want to spend too much time here. Keep this game on the board. The number one thing I can recommend to everybody in any section, well, except maybe Cartavia, but everybody else, is to have a good tactics book. I mean, there's so many good ones. I feel like I probably plug this one every time. They should give me something for this. But Sharpen Your Tactics. It's this little red book. It has over 1,100 tactics problems of all different themes, all different checkmates, studies, things like that, all different levels, and you can just keep it forever. So sharpen your tactics. Keep it up here. But really, any good tactics book, full of puzzles to solve, is good. Yeah. So Arthur, what did he do? Hmm? I should have taken some time and right. Let's look. Is there any forks? No. Yeah. So Arthur was worried about h5, so he moves. It's fortunate that Black didn't take the rook. So now we have two rooks against the queen. It's still tricky because the queen has a couple passed pawns to help. And the rooks just don't look that coordinated to me. So the rooks want to be working together. The queen is at her strongest if she can separate them. So yeah, pretty good battle going on. So we'll come back to that one for sure. E4, E5. Monkey Mister. That's right. Yeah, got some good matchups already. All right. Well, now we see all these E4, E5 openings. Yeah, everyone really needs to know the theories behind the Italian game and the Ruy Lopez, all that stuff. It's such a big part of chess. So yeah. All right. Oh, they're gonna start in 2 minutes. Kartavia is gonna be back in action. And yeah, due to the draw situations. Okay, so that game was a draw. Yeah. Due to the draw situations, we might have some big matchups early on. And also the section's so small. We might have some big matchups. Bob, that great. Played really well. He almost had it. It's tough, Just gotta stay focused. All right, so anyway, going here. Yeah, good. So see how Arthur's keeping the rooks together? Yeah, it's exactly how you want to play it. Now this pass pawn is still very dangerous. But both players have a lot of time here, probably because they're moving too quickly. So definitely encourage them to use their time. All right, don't just whip out a move. There's no reason for it. Try to come up with 3 or 4 possible moves, candidate moves. Just gonna write that on the board. And then start analyzing. Personally, I think it's easier when you're in person to take your time more. So I don't know. I get it's tricky, but still try to do it. Yeah, H5 makes a lot of sense. Trying to give the king some cover. Maybe try to stop rook G4, something like that. And I think Black maybe has made things harder than they had to be, but now doing a good job putting the squeeze on White. And now the rooks, I don't know. The poor position of White's king, and not his fault. I mean, where else is that king gonna go? But that can make a big difference. Wow, king h4. It's risky, but maybe necessary. I really don't know. I feel like this game could go either way. You know, it's kind of exciting. You know, honestly, I think it's going to come down to who takes their time and finds the traps, makes things hard for their opponent. Okay. Yeah. Black had a lot of threats, but white found a good move, gets rid of that H pawn. It's a big relief. Ah, yeah, I mean, well, it's still, oh man, it's actually not easy to win for black. King and queen against king and rook is already kind of tricky. And with the pawn, that just, oh, well, the pawn, okay. Pawn's about to fall. So, I don't know. Forget what the theory is. It is possible, but it can be hard. Nah, tough break for Arthur. You know, he had defended what looked like a pretty bad position and able to make a sort of a comeback here. Well, see, can he hold on? Again, no need to rush. No need to rush. All right. Arthur's trying to keep the rook close to the king so there's no fork tricks. I think we've been in this position before. It's so hard to play for white because you're just trying to hold on. But you got to just stick with it, be patient, hope for something like that. Could white, maybe white could have even done that earlier? I don't think so, but yeah. All right, good game, guys. Really good game. Definitely a lot to learn from. I think Arthur was playing a little too fast and lost his rook. Then Black was playing a little too fast and lost the queen, and it was a draw. So see all that time, maybe those 16 minutes could have been better used. But hey, it's a good game. It's only our under 600 section. Try to be a little easier on them. But yeah, that's what we want to see. Really good game. All right, so open has began. Oh my gosh, open has begun. Yeah, some big matchups. Lily Flower against Vincent Chess. Yeah, Cartavia and Jack. Well, always gotta watch Cartavia's game. So just something you do. Definitely want to watch this game. Okay. Under 1100's been going on. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like every game Kid Fire has, he's castle queen side, and then his opponent also like castles queen side. All right, got a pretty crazy one. White's up a pawn. Everything's crazy. So yeah, pretty typical Kid Fire game. I don't know. You play like this though, you got to take a little more time because there's a lot of tactics and threats to watch out for. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna definitely prefer white. They got the two bishops against bishop and knight in an open position, plus the pawn. But I can definitely see, black also has some good things going on too. Yeah, I think trading probably helps um, black out because there were some scary threats happening. Still like white a lot. Yeah, think black had to probably go knight here or something. Yeah, let's see. Can anyone punish Kid Fire for moving quickly? He always seems to get out of things. I don't know. I don't know, people. Let's see. Rook ending, but looks like it's a win. Oh, looks like Matthew has a nice initiative. Initiative's pretty. Yeah. So materially, it's in Black's favor. Black has the bad king, and the knight's in a good spot, but there's no like what's it doing exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna take white here due to the poor coordination of the black forces. But this is a temporary thing. If black can get it together, then black will be in a better position. All right, so we got one game from under 1100. We have Cartavia. Oh, here come the pawns. And then we have, looks like a top level matchup. Both players equal here. They never played before. No, they've only traded a pair of bishops. Yeah, yeah, I don't think you want to do d5. Takes the pressure off, and then black just, hits you back like that. So, I don't know. Maybe move the bishop back here. Yeah, no, yeah, kind of like black here. All right. Bishop there, here, here. Yeah, at least the mate, though. Thought black may try to go like knight d6 to also cover these squares. Yeah. All right, good game by Matthew. Yeah, looks like defeated a higher rated Lee chess player. All right. Yeah, you can't play passively against Cartavia. He's just gonna do his thing. Well, let's see. I don't know. Yeah, what hurts black? Oh, I think h6 may have been a big mistake because now you're giving white a target here to try to attack that pawn. Yeah, maybe just hold back. Hmm. No, I just don't like black's position. Anytime you try to break, white can close it up. So I just don't know. White has more space. So, all right. All right, let's stay at this game maybe for a little bit because it's very close. Still think black is better. So I'm curious to see how white tries to get out of this. Yeah. All right. Okay, e4. Try and gain space. Now this square is open. Let's see. All right, we have some quick moving developments in Cartavia's game. So yeah, a5. I thought about it too. It just looks slow. So finally, black realizes I got to do something quick, or else I'm just gonna be run down the middle, which may happen anyway. I'm sorry to say, but we'll see. All right. So whenever you're watching strong players, always fun to try to guess what move they're gonna do next. Try to guess what Cartavia's gonna do. I have my guess. Actually, hmm. All right. White's made. I mean, black's made white think a little bit. Well, that's good. Slowed him down. Yeah, you know what I was thinking actually. This have been a possibility because if pawn takes, you got bishop g5. I mean, the problem is queen can move, and then bishop and knight are under attack. But maybe check, and then here. I don't know. I think that would have been actually fun because white hasn't finished developing yet. So yeah, so thought maybe he'd go for knight f3, but we'll see. All right, let's go back to Lily Flower. Yeah, it just feels like black's poking some weaknesses. Okay, so g3 covers there, but then this is weak. Just don't know. I think white definitely wants to try to simplify things, maybe trade off some pieces. And yeah. So these are both open games. All right, let's go to another section real quick. Always like to kind of wait till they're in like a more end game situation. Yeah, it looks like we have some serious material. Yeah, actually. Kid Fire did lose that one. It's tough. He's gonna be strong though. And okay, these guys. Let's see what openings under 600's playing. So we'll come back in a minute. Oh no, rookie 8 definitely too slow. Here they come. Let's see. Thought maybe a B6 would be kind of interesting. Because when you have the bishops and you lead in development, you want to open the position. I don't know, man. Rookie 8's one of those moves. Looks good, but you're actually kind of bringing a piece away from defense in a way. So I don't know. Kurtavi begins the march. We might have some trades over here. We'll see. These guys. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. A lot of E4s here. E5s. Yeah, I'll just reiterate. E4, E5. I think everybody, at least when they start off, should be doing that. I don't know where else. It's gonna have a bunch of like random stuff on the board at the end of this. Okay, 45 openings. Then we have like Italian game situation here. Oh, nice. Ben and Arthur. Oh, never faced each other. Ooh, this should be a good game. So the Italian game is characterized by pawn, knight, bishop. If the bishop was one square farther, that is the Spanish game, also known as the Ruy Lopez. I think Ruy Lopez was a Spanish priest, so it kind of makes sense. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways this can go. Yeah, this is a typical idea. Pin the knight and then hit him again. So let's see what Arthur's gonna do. So the point of this is we'll see in a moment. See what Arthur does. Yeah, it's a take on f3 and force white to take with a pawn, opening up their king side. All right, that's a great trick. It's extremely effective, so highly recommend it. Again, it's bishop, pinning the knight, and then using another piece to attack the knight. Okay. Alrighty. What else is happening? Oh, actually, we could be in for a quick one. Oh, white doesn't see it. Yeah, like that's nice. Everybody sees you can't take because of bishop, and then you checkmate. Tough game, but I think Ben's gonna learn a lot from this game. All right. So yeah, Arthur's all right. Got 2.5. He's in pretty good shape. Definitely some players who, if they win, they'll surpass him, but there'll be chances to face them. Ah, yeah, Cortavia throwing his pawns to the air, trying to open up diagonals and files. Yeah, definitely been here before. All right, try to guess what you play here as white. See if you are correct. Pretty instructive attacking position. We may go over this. Always like to sometimes make lessons out of these games I see. They'll always keep it anonymous. You know, just say 2 students from the tournament or whatever. All right, see, it's a very good player in a great position, but he's taking his time. Should be a lesson to everybody. You know, he doesn't care about finding the right answer first. You know, he's just looking for the best move. Yeah, G6 looks like looks like a very good practical decision. There might be quicker wins with like bishop check and then bishop G6, you know, but this should also do the trick because in some lines black could also take and kind of at least make things a little more complicated. So why give black a pawn? Just have this happen. Yeah. Could black have? I don't know. I guess maybe check and then f5. Yeah, it may not have done much. Black's actually up a pawn for the moment. So we'll see if it lasts. Or if it matters. I guess it's the more relevant thing to say. So I don't know. Maybe Kartavi's thinking what I'm thinking, where you kind of go back to that position and be like, dang, is that the best idea? I personally like bishop h7 check, king f8, bishop g6, bishop takes g5, king b1. Then you have the threats rook h8 and mate with knight h6, rook takes knight. Maybe queen f6. I think that was winning actually. All right, guys, what do you think? Is there a win? How should white continue? Yeah, maybe he underestimated rook f8. I mean, oh, it's getting excited, y'all. You finish this game, come over here. Queen g3. All right. I assume that white had assumed, the discovered checks were going to be enough to win, but after like bishop h7, king h8, bishop f5, then the bishop actually is pinned. So after like knight h6, it's not so clear. Wow, well, I played that move pretty quickly. A little surprised because queen g3 kind of surprised me. Okay, well, certainly a lot of threats, though you're removing a one defender kind of far from, what kind of sense was that? But the knight could have been useful maybe protecting the king, so I don't know. White's like, whatever. Yeah, you get a precious tempo here. I don't know, maybe knight h6 was better. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what black has to be precise. So after, wow, I don't know. Knight f2 is so risky. All right, now guys think for black. What would you do as black? Hmm, it's crazy. Black had two pieces out of the play, and now the knight suddenly jumps in. I get black's up material, but yeah, I don't know. I'll take the activity any day. Yeah, definitely gonna save this game. Yeah, so Kartavi is by far the strongest player. It's been in our tournaments. His FIDE is, I don't forget exactly. It's 21, I think 90 or around there. Very strong. Oh, what is it exactly? 2170. Okay. So, all right, rook f6. Okay, let's play with some fire here. He's playing with fire and he's greedy. Doesn't want to give back anything. Oh, look at that move. Huh. Using all his pieces. That is the funny thing. Black may have more pieces, but they're not coordinated at all. Wow. Yeah, just wow. Looks like I'm holding on to it all. Is there enough here? Just real quick, want to check into Lily's game. All right, black's up a pawn. But yeah, still it's pretty close. Okay. All right, cool. Got two kind of really tense games happening. Look at this. So black goes rook b8, yeah, and then white just goes a3. Still not forgetting about his king. Maybe trying to get out of some checks, any kind of situation like that.
So we got a request for a game.
Okay.
Monkey Mister versus Heuristic Mind.
Okay, we can go there.
They're in under 1100.
Okay. Oh, the game already finished?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was that kind of painful game. Yeah. How did this happen? Okay. I don't know. I'm not a big. I know people like to do this to stop the pin. I just feel like, especially as white, you got to be more active here. If you're worried, just go bishop b5 and pin the knight. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really not a big fan of moves like that. But okay, it's okay. Yeah, I think white's playing a little too pass. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to move your pieces away from development. I think here just castling is the best option. Now, I've seen Heuristic Mind play really good games, but yeah, the game just didn't go your way at all, to be honest. Who asked for the game? Do you know which player?
Yeah, it was Monkey Mister.
Yeah, and I think Monkey Mister played well. Played well. Definitely not White's best game. Yeah, definitely way too passive there.
I
And
see
yeah,
we have a spectator senior monkey.
yeah, yeah, that's right. So Black took advantage. Well done. All right, back to Cartavia's game. The dangers of greed. He doesn't even want the material. He's like, bye. Yeah, like Rook F1 could have been a really annoying thing, but now that the king is hidden, don't have to worry about that. Man, what would I call this lesson? So many good lessons in this game. I don't know. I thought Black could have played Bishop F5 like much earlier and traded off bishops. I think that would have been a good thing. I think he might have given back some material, but that would have been worth it. But now it's too late. Yeah, another thing I'll add to, the kind of list of common mistakes I'm seeing today. Besides players moving quickly, a lot of players are not focusing on their opponent's ideas. Like, kind of going off in your own world, and they're just coming at you. Like, yeah, I just don't get it. I mean, I get White's in a really hard spot, but I don't really understand B4. All right, back to this game. Yeah, Cartavia never fails to surprise. Very tense game over here. So what should White do to continue this attack? Do they go for material? Do they try to just keep improving position of the pieces? No. Yeah, it was like knight g4 looks really strong. But yeah, black saw it, was ready for it. All right then. All right, could be reaching a critical moment. Will the defense hold, or can White break through and find the best continuation? Remember, black's still up a pawn. I think there's still a pawn in there somewhere. A pawn and a rook for a knight. Hey man, that a3 move was such a good move. Like if black's king or if white's king was still stuck on like b1, there's a pawn on a2. I feel like black would have counterplay with like rook f1. I know the bishop's there, but like earlier. So it's such a good move. That's the thing. The best attackers, they never have problems with their own king, even during the attack. Oh, we got like a triple battery lockdown. So yeah, All right, finally the material's given back. Black remains up Uno pawn. Oh, yeah, that 995 was such a monster. That must feel nice. Oh, yeah, I was like, oh, he's protecting. Let's see. That's where he was going. I have to say, this is probably the closest game we've seen that Cartavia's played. This person's putting up the best resistance. Wait, what was wrong with Rook F8? And Queen takes D5, Queen takes Queen. Oh, yeah, it's still losing again.
Yeah, he was probably worried about the C and D passers.
Yeah, I forgot after Knight takes, it's attacking the rook. Oh, I see. Well, might just be a little too late. Black's getting at least something here, but yeah, it's just too late at this point. Oh, he might even take with that one. Ooh. Yeah, he just moves the rook out of the way. Also noticing the whole time how like Everything's always protected with Cartavia. Hmm. Okay, Jack. Okay. Like I said, I think the lowest Cartavia's ever gotten on time. So making it fun to watch. Yeah, I wonder if Fleck had anything else. And I don't think so. So I was looking at Bishop G7, but then Rook H2. Is that mate? Yeah, Rook H2 is mate. Yeah, he had to take it. Yeah, no, good game. Brought him close, close to the brink. All right, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Wait. All right, got Memphis in a tough battle. So he's black. This is confusing. Okay, okay. So black's moving up, white's moving down. So black's. Wait, what? Oh no, Memphis is white. Okay. Yeah, this is tough. So black's up a pawn. So another trend I'm noticing: players having tons of time, but still moving really fast. I think I need a less stressful game. Y'all stressing me out. All right, so open will start in about 3 minutes. These guys, they just started. Well, they just started, so there's not much to see. All right, Monkey Misters 3-0. Got a. Looks like No, who's winning? Taran. No, Grandmaster Sean Lee should win that one. Let's look up Matthew's game. And again, we see some really nice coordination of the pieces, so white's clearly better. By coordination, I'm referring to the rooks as well as the nicely placed knight. Has a nice outpost on e4. So yeah, I think white's doing well. Plenty of time. Man, we don't have to freak out about that time scrabble that Cartavia was in. Well, I always hate doing this. I don't want to be lazy, but let's just maybe take a quick look at that game. Oh, wait. Well, okay. What happened? Bishop c6. Yeah, black was in a bad position regardless, but this is game over. Good game, Matthew. And Vincent J06. All right. Tell me the answer, computer. Is that what I want? No. Oh. Just wanted to see if black ever had a shot there, or maybe white was just winning the whole time. Yeah, he's saying. Yeah. It's looking like pluses all the way for white. Even in this position. Yeah, it seemed like white was always in control. I just wanted to. If you're the players, you should try to figure out this on your own. Don't just have the computer mindlessly tell you the moves. But in like a tactical position, it's a little more tempting. Oh, so apparently this could have been a draw. Bishop f5 was the big mistake, even though it looked really tempting. And also black was super low on time. But it turns out king h8 would have been the way to go. Black or white has to make room for his king. All right, I mean, who's gonna find this? Not me, that's for sure. Just blindly following the great computer. Yeah, so apparently this is slightly better for black, but I have a hard time believing that because of white's past pawns. So yeah, bishop f5 and then knight f6 is just winning. Well, great game. Oh, maybe white's going to be back up ahead. Oh boy. Wait, what? Oh. Oh no.
So I know they're siblings too.
Two?
The game
Oh,
you're
these two?
yeah.
Oh man. I guess he got so excited and just forgot. Yeah. Yeah, because the thing is, obviously, black can't take because of the fork, so he saw that, and then white just didn't move the rook away. All right, he wanted to make it fun.
Or maybe it's all part of the plan.
No, it's not. It's not part of any plan I'd want to be a part of.
Yeah, I've had those moments in tournaments like where you're so focused on a plan and just following through, you forget about your hanging pieces.
Man, I was like, oh, this is game over. I left.
I'll never forget. It was about 2004, I believe, and I was playing in the Chicago Open. Yeah, I'm old. And I was in a losing position. Someone, and he was really focused during his game, and then he got up. I think he like went to the bathroom or something.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came back, he instantly made a move, but he forgot that his bishop was hanging. So I feel like sometimes like we have tunnel vision when we play chess and we kind of forget about other things on the chessboard when we have a one-track mind when playing chess.
Yeah,
You agree?
definitely. Oh yeah. All right, so Arthur's in the hunt for first. So definitely in more defensive position here. But yeah, this should be good. Maybe Arthur just slow down a bit. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean,
you made 21 moves and you have like used 30 seconds.
yeah, Arthur.
Arthur usually takes his time, so I don't know.
Maybe he's just excited.
Yeah, no, try to slow down. Definitely, as the tournament goes on, definitely the mistakes start to pile up. So trying to let that happen to you by still, putting in maximum effort, taking your time. So poor Lily lost that game and now has to face Cartavia. All right, this is the top game in Open. Two very strong players. A lot of Vincents playing today. It's at least the second Vincent. I think there was even a third. All right, so we see Vincent using a typical plan, which is when your opponent has a pawn on g6, you can try to march up this h pawn and then kind of use their pawn to take and then open up the file for your rook. And he's combining this with the queen and bishop battery to maybe get the bishop here, trade off this defender. These are all very typical attacking ideas. Want to familiarize yourself with those ideas. I'm going to show it. All right. Okay, so black's want a pawn. White's like, I don't care. I'm just going for my attack. Go back to the Arthur game. How did, what? Oh, he had like a pawn breakthrough. Oh, c4 is a pretty good move. And suddenly, yeah, I'm not liking this at all for white. I think black's a mammoth howl. Really moving it forward here.
Oh, it's Mammoth Owl, not Howl.
Oh, I thought it was mammoth howl. Well, mammoth owl is still pretty funny.
So does that mean it's like a nocturnal mammoth?
Couldn't mammoth be big too, like just a giant owl?
That's true. It could be used as like a verb.
Or an adjective?
Yeah, sorry.
Is that what you meant?
This is why I teach science, not English.
Yeah, that's funny, Dave. All right. e5. Yeah, maybe black should have gone to f7 to try to run. But I don't know. Oh, well, never mind. That's the problem. White's own king wasn't quite secure. And using a nice, simple tactic, black's able to do this. Yeah, like contrast this with the like Kartavia game, right? Where he got his own king safe before going crazy. Yeah, the fourth. All right. Well, Grayson, you're gonna have to face our Kartavia. Better start studying his openings, unless Lilyflower can hang on. But yeah, this isn't looking good at all. All right, Sahan's got a good game going. Even material. Yeah, nice. Kind of we're transitioning to the end game here. Remember, always ask yourself what your opponent's doing. Don't just assume they're a empty-headed vessel. All right, they might be as smart as you or even smarter. All right, good. Block the checkmate. Okay, so it looks like white's trying to target these like weak pawns. Black's trying to go after the king, but I don't know how successful that's going to be. Actually, no. G3 is okay. It does make a weakness, but maybe as long as black can't take advantage of it, it's okay. All right, cool. So we'll watch this one. This is the open section. So Han's definitely getting better. Can definitely tell. All right. Okay, looks like under 600 is about to finish. Oh, Matthew lost that game. I'm sorry, Matthew. All right. White's up a pawn, but it's doubled, so hardly counts. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's a secret. The rook's trying to go on the open file. Definitely what you want for your rooks. But we'll... And black's also going for the open file. I don't know. It looks pretty close to me. Let's see. I think it's going to come down to the player who watches out for their opponent's threats and doesn't fall for any one-move traps, to be honest. I think that's what makes chess so fun, though, is that, like, even if your strategy is really bad, like, you can still change things around with a single move that does a tactic. So there's always opportunities and surprising turns that the game can take. In other games, like Go, for example, which is sadly, I think it is more complex than chess. It's a lot more about strategy, uh, and there's not these kind of tactics that quickly change the game that you see a lot in chess. Hmm. White is a little risky because you're giving black this pass pawn, though you could create one of your own as well. I'm not sure what I would have done. Well, all right. It's risky, but there's a lot of reward as well. Because now black's way over here, so maybe white can even make threats against the king. Don't forget about your king, even in the end game. Oh man, we've had some crazy games where one player might be up as much as like a rook in the end game, and yet they fall into like a king and queen skewer because their king's being hunted all around the board. So you still have to be careful. Watch out for him. All right, let's go to Sahan's game. Traded a pair of knights. Now black's up a pawn. So yeah, I mean definitely black has a better position, but like there's still a lot of chances to create some counterplay. So queen and rook ending over here, and rook and knight ending over here. Now I love watching these end games. I feel like this is where players really got to use strategy and also just a fighting spirit. You see, who's gonna fight for the win more. You also get time pressure starts to play a factor. So actually, I didn't even notice black's time. Yeah, that could be a big problem. Yeah, so I kind of like how things have gone for black, but the time gives me some hesitation. But you do have your increment. No need to like freak out. Mm. I've seen a lot of great games today. Now today's been pretty good. I feel like was it at this? I don't know. There's one tournament I was commentating where everyone was having just a bad day. Like the games, they really just weren't up to the usual quality that I've seen, from the same players. But I feel like this tournament, I feel like I see improvement from players that at least I've seen before, and players really trying hard for the win. We had someone take Cartavia down to 1 minute. We had a game where a player had 4 pawns and a rook against 3 pawns and a rook and lost the game. Big heartbreaker. So, yeah, it's been good overall. I don't know. I thought maybe black could have, like, the knight was in such a good spot. Well, I guess he wants to guard there. I don't know. I thought maybe rook a3, trying to like make use of this rank was also possible. Let's go back to Sahan's game in the open. right, so he's now created a battery against this. All right. Well, this game looks like it's a little slower developing, so we'll stick mostly with this one in the under 1100. Because of time, the players will probably move a little faster. I don't want to miss the action. And this is open. Okay, so yeah. So after this, we'll take a look at the standings. We got some games going into the final stretches. Smaller tournament today, so even players who had a draw have a chance to still fight for first, which is pretty cool. Oh, cool. Looks like this is the game to watch. A few players coming over here. So yeah, I was saying I like Black's position, but it's the time that makes it a little dicey. I feel like Black has the pass pawn, his rook and knight are nice and active. So I don't know. This game could definitely see it going either way. Love how White's taking the time. Well, maybe that's because he left the game for some reason. But regardless, he's not trying to blitz out his opponent and move too quickly. Actually, I hope he's not having connection issues.
Oh,
Dude, Smash, it's your turn. Get back to the game.
Yeah, he might just be having connection problems.
Yeah. Could be watching another game, too. I don't know.
Well, now, it gives Heuristic Mind a chance to think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's low on time.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if they both get low on time, that'll definitely help Black get rid of that disadvantage. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was probably connection issues.
Yeah. All right. Got knight d2. What you gonna do?
You just rhymed.
I didn't mean to do that. Oops. So yeah, I was like, I hope the connection issue might have kind of distracted him. So rook c7, but that leaves that open and that open. So actually, that's a killer to lose that e pawn because that pawn actually wasn't that far away. Where was everything? Yeah, maybe just start pushing the e pawn. All right. Well, I guess the c pawn. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's some. It's not going to be based on strategy, like who gets the pawn to the end. Due to the low time, I think it's going to come down to some blundering. All right. So with the knights, you got to watch out for the forks. And both players, they do have enough time to still do a quick check. Is there a fork or a pin that I'm going to get caught in? Still do that. All right, just do that quick check. It only takes a couple seconds. You'll get it back when you with the increment, and then yeah, it's gonna be really close. And if you're the other person, try to set traps for your opponent. Try to set up a fork or something or a pin. Oh, this is great. Right down to the wire. Man, y'all stressing me out today. We have some time scrambles. Yeah, try to block that pawn. Yeah, I mean, no knock on the players, but I called it, right? Especially white, there's really no excuse because you had plenty of time. It's tough. It's tough. All right. Goodbye. So now back to Sahan's game. Yeah, having these two pawns, they're gonna be tough to stop. Mm, I don't know about this one. So this is open as well. Okay, this is two games left in open. Got our friend Bob by Great back. Maybe try and pull up another upset here. Um, count them. Okay, material equal. I think white has some strong threats though, so I'm not sure. See what. Okay, see. Let's go back to Sahan's game. Oh, okay. So or black actually did give up the pawn. Huh. Mm, oh, okay. Hmm. Hmm. See, can white defend this? I don't know. Yeah, if I was black, I might not have given up that D pawn or well, whatever. It was earlier. I would have tried just to hold on to it. Think it was possible. Y'all saw the trap. Take C2. But black got rid of their back rank problems. No, I think Sahan's putting up good defense here. At the very least, you can frustrate your opponent. Okay, back to this one. Yeah, both these games pretty complicated. Oh, someone already won. Ah, ouch. All right, good game. Good tournament to this person. Very good, very good. Yeah, I got some stuff going on. And these guys are gonna start soon. Okay, so the pawns are blocked for now. Interesting. White does have a pawn majority on the king side, so that's worth taking note of at least. I don't know. It's gonna be a pretty interesting one. I mean, black holds all the cards, so I think white has the right idea here, as far as I can tell. Ooh, okay. Well, you saw reality set in for white. So, I mean, the only reason I'm just going to be kind of harsh is that, white makes this move right away. You take this pawn. You got yourself a draw. But whenever you go in, you have to really consider carefully the pawn ending because it's all going to be forced. Okay, so if you take, rook takes, king takes, you're going to be over here trying to stop the pawn. Black's just going to come right for you. You got to take the extra time to calculate that. So, no, it's going to be a tough loss, but hopefully a good learning experience as well. Always try to learn something. Nah, nobody can catch this person. Hmm. Looks like Arthur's in another interesting game. So white's up a pawn, but I'm afraid I'm gonna. Well, yeah, especially if everyone's blitzing their moves, then this game is for sure going to be decided by a blunder rather than strategy. Not to be mean, but that's just how I know it's going to go. I mean, like, white hasn't even like taken any time. I mean, you know, it's your strength. If you want to improve your rating by, gosh, at least 300 points, just slow down. Really easy way to get your rating up. Yeah, I can't watch. Yeah, this looked really um complex. I'm getting so lazy. I'm not even like counting the pieces. Okay, so it is knight for two pawns, but white has a ferocious attack. Definitely gonna take white in this one. But I could also see black finding a good defense, and maybe if white makes a slightly inaccurate move, there's a chance here for black. But between the queen, the open file and open diagonal, and the knight, definitely gonna take white. One thing actually striking about the queen, we think of her as a long range piece, and she is, But her strength up close is even more striking, because she's able to just hit all these well, all these squares, let's just say, and completely dominate a king. So don't underestimate her power up close as well. Yeah, Black's trying to find a way out, but I don't know if I see it. Don't know. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really see any defense for Black. So 95 looks just very crushing. Oh, I was like, what the? Wrong tournament. Well, Sahan made it close. Well, that's good. Oh, this game. Oh, feel my brain hurt. Okay, white's up a pawn. Have a pass pawn. Yeah, white's better. All right. Bob the Great may make another upset. See? Then I'm very excited for the matchups that are going to happen after this round. We'll have Kartavia and Grayson, I believe. That's going to be very good. I don't know. Maybe Kartavia will be a little softened up by that last game against Jack. Though he has had time to rest. So. Before I forget, get that Oh, he's already played a game since then. Oh, never mind. It's Kartavia's game. What the heck is it? No, that's. Oh, this is the game. What was that? All right. No, well, now I'm sort of curious. Yeah, I feel like not that I feel. I think Bishop H7 was the best move. Oh wow, computer doesn't even like white. Oh, can't see the computer. Tell me the answers. There. Wow. So G6. Yeah, it really doesn't like white at all, which kind of made sense. It seemed like this was not that good. Yeah, but knight f2 was very risky. So it seemed like that was still better. Bishop h6. Yeah, that's what, well, not to toot my own horn, that's what I thought was the best move. So then, yeah, Bishop h7. Sorry, what was wrong with this? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I guess you don't really have to even worry about that. Yeah, just looking at this. Okay. So, what was the best move? Oh, so G6 was the best move, but it's actually better position for Black. Queen G. Yeah, Queen G3 didn't seem that. Huh, okay. No. Well, it's hard to say. Yeah, I didn't like F6, but that looked like the right move. So I don't know. Hard. Yeah, I mean it's like, well, this would be an interesting moment to look back on. No, I mean, gee, F6 gotta be a good move. It's so hard to put up a good defense. Yeah. No, I think F6 was the right idea. Yeah, it seemed like Queen G3 was more a weird move. Okay. Interesting game. So I definitely encourage all players, no matter how you did, to go back over your games. Try to learn from your mistakes and stuff. Oh, Bob won that game. Black just gave up. Oh, he got trapped. How did he get trapped right there? Oh, that was interesting. Okay. Oh. What? Why did? Hmm? Oh. Hmm. Oh, okay. So white should still win, but maybe could have made it a little easier. Oh, good. This person did was show up, but it was way low on time. All right, Andrew. All right, so this game kind of just got going. Ooh, another queen and rook end game. So what's this? Okay. Oh, okay. So this is a game for first. So we actually are interested. Let's see. Oh, my head hurts again. So even position. Good to see. Wow. I guess they're taking their time. Hard to tell. But maybe now they will. Yeah, they seem like really good players. I think Monkey Mister, I think I've seen in the tournaments. So what was this? Oh, Scandinavian. So white, kind of playing it a little safe. Yeah, okay. Oh, funny. It kind of was aggressive, but now it I don't know. Seem more positional. Yeah, this is interesting. Backward pawn here. It can't advance without being run over. But I don't know. I actually think black may have some interesting chances for an attack, even though it's just queen and rooks. And maybe even white can attack. So we'll see. So after this, we'll take a quick look at the open as they're starting. And yeah, just kind of leave it at that, I guess. This is the last round, correct? Oh, no, it's only the fourth round. Oh, tournament's so small. Okay. Oh, they started. Time flew, I guess. Oh yeah, Kartavi does its favorite opening. Uh, E6 and B5.
So I actually did some research into this opening.
Oh,
Called the Blumenfeld Gambit.
that's right. I was like, I knew this is like a real thing. I'd forgotten the name though.
Yeah, so basically, it's like a Benoni structure, but with B5.
Yeah, so Benoni is when this happens, and then Cartavia likes to go here and then here. Well, you guys
I
get
don't
it.
think the pawn could go 3 squares in.
And then you get the idea.
Yeah, so I actually used to play the Benko, and this is a line that I'm actually exploring right now. So Cartavia, you have inspired me.
That's good. And I mean, I'm glad Cartavia plays the King's Gambit. But I have some improvements. If you'd ever like to talk, just saying. Check out that game with Spencer. Spencer could have, I believe, busted black, but it's fine. Yeah, I've seen Cartavi just steamroll people with this. It's tough to face. I would never play T4 against it. All right, we'll see what Grayson can do. Looks like, yeah, it's his first time facing the Cartavia. And I'm really yeah, watching this game as well. So I think Alana will stream for like another 5 minutes or so and then stop.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Double work ending. All right. So I guess we're not going to see an attack today. It's going to come down to the rooks. Um, yeah, I think black may have an advantage. Their works got active before whites. I don't really see much either way. I think yeah, likely outcome is a draw, but not necessarily. And definitely encourage both players, of course, to keep playing, go for the win, even if it seems like a drawn position. You know, you're here to play, right? Even if you lose, you'll learn from it, and that's just going to help you in a future game. Let's see what compares. All right. Hmm. Senior monkey. Hmm. Maybe white should have tried to stop a3. I don't know. All right. White doesn't seem too intimidated by black's pawns. They're just gonna, well, put their pieces around black's king. We'll see what that leads to. Ooh, yeah, rook d8. Yes. That could be a problem. All right, so I think we're going to stop the stream here. But as you can see, two very close games happening right now in open and under 1100. So I hope you guys keep watching the games and good luck for the rest of the tournament. Lon, is there anything you wanted to add?
No.
Okay.
So
All right.
thank you all for a great tournament, and hopefully we'll see you next